in those characters as well. So, same Toon Link, but a different player as JoJoDaHoBo comes in versus Pocket. And actually, it's interesting because we're not seeing a Rob, we're not seeing a Joker, we're seeing a Richter. This is projectile v projectile.
Yeah, this is where it gets a little bit crazy, especially with them going to Town and City in this part too. It's a big match, and also a lot of platforms that can come in. Have to see how creative they can be when, especially playing the vertical game, because horizontal stand projectiles all day, but it's about how you're able to create the space above your opponent that can basically give you a lot of mileage.
Yeah, and it's going to be interesting to see because I think both these characters have the potential to kill horizontally, and with those smaller blast zones of Town and City, it's going to be fun to see. And of course, as you said, moving platforms are an ever-changing game here, and all about stage control right now, as Pocket manages to kind of skirt, dance in and out, up and down, all around, making sure JoJoDaHoBo is on the defensive.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, I think this is the reason why I actually do like this stage. It allows a lot of creativity in the way you set up ledge traps and the way you kind of approach, especially with these changing platforms coming in, as both of them are already sitting above 70% so far. This projectiles and this rushdown is going to be a big thing when it comes to how these guys play. The Pocket already at the advantage state and setting up the ledge trap is what any sort of Richters are well known for.
Yeah, insane. And actually, it's the boomerang on the way back that hits JoJo just at the end there for a little bit extra percentage. And yeah, Town and City, a good stage for both these players as, hey, JoJo takes stock one. And, personally, from my point of view, this is my favorite stage to play on. It has so much to offer, and it's so interesting and dynamic. And I think these players could definitely agree.
Yeah, it's already working pretty well so far for JoJo. And the way he plays his Toon Link is very different from the way Marco plays too. It's definitely a little bit unique as how he likes to play a little bit more slow, a little more spacey. Of course, it's a matchup as well, but you can definitely see him try and go for a lot of these traps, but unfortunately, the whip is going to catch out JoJo with the fall while he's falling down onto the stage, so it's back down to 2 stocks versus 2.
Yeah, quick stuff between the two. Only 2 minutes so far in the match, and yeah, JoJo has a great lead right now. Just capitalizes so much. Tries to go a little bit cheeky there with that forward smash, not finding it, but still, a message has been sent.
Barely doesn't get hit by the smash while hanging around the ledge, so good stuff on his end. But unfortunately, the down air is not the way you want to land, especially when you're facing against a sword that is right in your face, as Pocket does lose his second stock. Have to be very mindful now as he approaches JoJo. As now he's forced to actually approach to see if he can close out the stock already, but JoJo already building a good amount of damage back in.
Yeah, and you never want to be the zoner that has to approach. Pocket almost finding with the F smash, not quite. Couple of axes, couple of things going by, and some shield pressure and the Toon Link's own bomb. But let's just see if Pocket can keep this ledge trap going strong. So far, so good. It is an impenetrable wall.
Yeah, but unfortunately, he still hasn't taken the stock, man. After all this, he still doesn't take it, even with the up special from Richter. Not going to claim it as of yet. But JoJo already looking to come back in this stock, building already a lot of mileage off the conversion from the ledge hop. All these projectiles are making wonders. Seeing a max rage too, but the forward throw
still not enough.
Not gonna kill, man.
My goodness, JoJo knows how to hang onto its stock, nearing 200% now. Pocket's just fishing for that forward throw at this point because that thing is so powerful. You can see it right now, just searching for something. It's the up that finally takes 206%. Pocket is at such a deficit now because he could not finish his plate.
Yeah, this is where zoners are really tough because now you have to figure out the way you want to box or the way you want to utilize the spacing tools that you have, especially on that whip. And I really wonder if Pocket could actually excel with angling his whip, especially in the air, knowing that it can be a good way of answering these tools. But 128 so far, and JoJo already pressing the shield, but with the shield poke off the boomerang, it's going to force the up smash, and the first game's going to be going over to JoJo. Really good stuff.
I love that you have no good option here. The neutral getup basically caught him stuck in shield from the frame advantage Toon Link had, and then it's like, cool, I'm going to up smash you because you're going to get shield poked. Just tons of buttons in Pocket's face, and Pocket couldn't do a thing about it.
That's why when you look at JoJo and the way he plays, Rain, it's so much more like, I want to throw stuff at you and set you up for different scenarios, so I force you to limit those options. Compared to Marco when he played against Chunky Kong, this is definitely a unique taste. Again, it's a little bit part of the matchup, but still, the way JoJo plays, you can definitely tell that these two Toon Links play very differently. And now I'm wondering if Pocket wants to go for a swap because the match before, he actually played Palutena, which is why it's a little surprising that he opted to play the Richter in this match.
Yeah, a man of many characters. Always interesting to see because if you have those characters, in your pocket, under your belt, it's really a matter like how do I want to approach this match because I have so many different tools. If you're a solo main, if all you have is a hammer, you're going to use a hammer. But man's got a whole tool belt.
But now the question is, Rain, are any of those tools any good? Can you use those tools to maximum efficiency? Looks like he's going to be staying in with the Richter in this matchup. I have to wonder what stage they're going to be going for. I think Town and City was a good place to go to. If they want to make a run back on that stage, it'd be perfectly fine, as the platforms did offer a lot of creativity. And instead, we're going to be going on a smaller stage. We're going to go to Smashville.
Yep, stay in the Animal Crossing, but changing just a bit there. Talking that center stage platform, and yeah, if Pocket can just camp or just kind of take stage control sitting underneath that central platform, you can make it very difficult for JoJo to really get in because you can't really approach from above due to that platform being there, and it gives him just the perfect horizontal space to just throw those projectiles all day, all night, and not let JoJo get in. And so far, so good in terms of that percentage lead.
I think it's also working out, too, because in Game 1, JoJo had a lot of room to breathe, but Pocket's definitely getting up in his face enough, and pretty damn personal. I mean, all the exchange so far hasn't been off a projectile. Pocket is literally up there, going in for that dash tag, going in for the uppercut. That's getting a lot of mileage for himself, but JoJo, I think he's adapting pretty well. He's now getting up to the Pocket's face, and now fighting back because of the small stage that's working out.
Yeah, took him a bit to find his footing, but as you said, JoJo coming back decently strong, getting closer and closer to that percentile. JoJo's bomb actually managed to interrupt Pocket's punish there, and just back and forth between the two. Yeah, without that bigger Town and City stage, these two be scrapping.
It all started off Pocket, too. It wasn't Pocket, retreating to throw projectiles. It was him going for dash attacks, going for uppercuts right by him, and it's working out so far as JoJo is sitting at 150. Unfortunately, air dodging under the stage is going to cost him his last stock, so it's going to be on JoJo to see if he can adapt in this setup.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense for Pocket to just kind of press those buttons. I mean, especially you got to understand that up B at a shield's so strong. If JoJo's just poking your shield, you've got to do something, and hey, that up B does kill at those higher percentages and racks up a good damage. So, hey, don't touch my shield. Get off me, son. Simple as that.
Now I want to see if JoJo can get some of these edge guards or anything else in return, but unfortunately, I'm not going to find any sort of conversion as of yet. Unfortunately, the downer is not going to connect to the upgrade either.
Yeah, and JoJo's kind of missing those punishes. It's now what you want to see, actually. The downer from Pocket actually getting sniped by that up B.
Yeah. Right at the edge. But still, Pocket sitting at 140 so far, still on his third stock. JoJo now in a ledge trap situation, and Richter's one of the best at doing so. But finally, JoJo closes the distance and gets an up smash in return.
Yeah, but at near triple-digit % on the second stock, it's a deficit. So right out of the gate, we're seeing, almost 40% still going from JoJo. You love to see that because you've got to get yourself back in the game somehow.
The slow pace of the way JoJo wants to play and this setup-oriented Toon Link is definitely hurting him just a bit. Going for a lot more of these retreats, going a lot more for these bomb setups. Not really paying off because of the distance of what Pocket is throwing in at him. And see if he can come back, throwing out the holy water and the cross and the axes. Look at what Pocket's trying to do right now. So good, forcing all these options.
Yeah, and just constant ledge trapping. It's what the Belmonts do. 177% now. JoJo's just stuck at ledge, stuck getting reset repeatedly, and just gets up and bombed for the trouble. He finally, after so long, found himself back on stage, just touched Pocket's shield, and that stock's gone.
Yeah, it's a great call out, and I could tell that JoJo is just a little bit nervous when it comes down to it. He adapted a little bit well, but then I think Pocket just has a little bit better on the read. Finally, JoJo gets a little bit of an advantage for himself. But take a look at the distance of what JoJo's playing for. Still looking for these bomb setups, still looking to just throw projectiles at him instead of getting up in his face and seeing if he can just, call Pocket out in the way he wants to play.
Yeah, I mean, because Pocket's just playing his game, especially, again, Belmonts succeed at ledge trapping. Belmont's got every button under the sun. But
that's what I'm worried about, right, Rain? Like, if you're playing into your opponent's game, it's not going to be looking too good, and you have to figure out the best way to adapt. Make sure he's playing your game, but, Pocket got nothing out of it. Finally, JoJo answers back with an F smash from the dash attack cross-up, but it's looking pretty tough so far. Uses the spinning attack to see if he can get a little bit more on his belt. But finally, we're back to a pretty close percentile, and the moment I say that, JoJo's already off stage.
Yeah, JoJo needs to improve getting off that ledge, or else this is going to be a game, set, and done deal. Just so close, back and forth. The percentages are close, but Pocket's been in control for most of the game. As we said, I want to see JoJo flip it just a bit. You know, stop playing into the Belmont game. You need to kind of spread out.
Credit to Pocket, though. I mean, like, he's playing really well. He's making sure he's covering all the options of what JoJo wants to do. He's getting up in his face, going for some grabs, going in for some, you know, sliding forward tilts. But now, double up bear is going to even up the stallion. JoJo bounces back, man.
What a sudden turn of events. The second JoJo managed to get a bit of advantage state, Pocket's defense crumbles. Pocket had such an impenetrable wall at ledge, preventing JoJo from playing the game, but the second the tables turn, Pocket can't handle it. And it's JoJoDaHoBo securing his spot on the winner's side, getting themselves the winner's semifinals, getting that top 8, and sending Pocket the losers.